Questions? Start with Rob right here.
It's a new era of college football with portal, and you have some guys like you have short time to leave an impact. To come into a rivalry game, well, did you have a sense for what this game meant to fans and to make a play and come through and help secure a win like this? What does that mean?
So it's crazy because I was talking to Poncho and just him being here for how long he's been here. I didn't really know that this was a big rivalry like that. So I just got well educated and things like that, and just to know what this game means to Oregon fans. I'm just glad that I could put my stamp on it and my team could put our stamp on it.
If you're on the left, Aaron.
Can you take us through that touchdown pass? Reception? Did you have an idea that was going to be open when you got the call?
I got the call and I seen the defenders back up. So I was like, I trust in Tay to put in the spot. It's got to be in that spot. And once I caught it and landed on my feet, I was like, yeah, it's my time to turn up. So yeah.
Right here, James.
We've seen you throughout the season. We guys come up with huge plays on third downs, on those out routes in particular from one sideline to the other. Today, a couple across the middle, obviously the touchdown, but on a fourth down earlier on. Did you guys come into the game thinking that the middle would be vulnerable to them, that you guys could do some damage?
Oh, just finding holes in the defense and just seeing how the game flow and things like that. We seen that they leaving the middle open, so we just had to attack and they didn't want to stop it. So we just do what we do on offense.
Eric.
So what's this last month been like for you? You kind of mentioned the stamps you left on this game, but a bunch of other games too. Just kind of how are you enjoying this moment? And obviously it leaves your team with an opportunity to play some big football in December.
Just knowing that I'm an older guy and that guys look at me. So just making plays with my numbers call and just the work that we put in all year, we're finally getting we're gonna be remembered in November and things like that. So just not letting each other down and knowing that it's one play at a time and we just gotta do what we gotta do.
Dan was saying, just like this game isn't about a lack of emotion, it's about controlling emotion. As someone just who had to learn why there's so much emotion in this game, what was that process like for you? What did you see today?
I'm very emotional when it comes to just the journey, how my journey's been, but just telling my teammates and just telling myself, don't let the game be bigger than what it needs to be. Like I said, we put in the work all year, and at the end of the day, we do all the work during the week. It's just however many thousands of people watching, we just got to go out there and execute. We know we're the best in the nation, and we just got to keep going.
In the back, Brett.
It's the wide receiver group that's obviously been depleted through injuries for the last couple of weeks or so. You yourself, obviously, a bunch of other people have had to step in the weeds. What's it been like watching you yourself and some of the other guys, step up in this moment where you've had to step up and to help your team come away with big wins in that stretch and a big win here in Washington tonight?
Just like I said, just making plays our numbers called and knowing that we got trust in the coaches and Dante most importantly. But just going out there and just do what we do every single day. When we come out here and do it on Saturday, like it's a surprise to everybody else, but it's not a surprise to the 11 guys on the field because we see it every single day in practice.
Matt.
Knowing your track record to get here, having to go to JUCO, Alabama, Florida State, how gratifying just has this year been for you individually and the opportunity it's presented yourself?
No, it's been nothing but a blessing. Just getting the opportunity to come to a place like Oregon, that people dream to be at. But, just get another year of eligibility. I didn't know what that was going to look like before the season. And then once I got it, just, Coach Lanning trusted me, getting Coach Ross in the springtime, him trusting me and us trusting in him. And then, just blessed for the opportunity just to be, to sit here, make plays. But just to be here at Oregon is just nothing but a blessing.
Right here on the left.
You mentioned thinking you guys could be among the best in the nation. Do you think that given the injuries you guys have had, it might even benefit you all to not be in the Big Ten title game, that instead you can rest and get ready for proving that you are the best in the nation at the CFP?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Getting some rest is going to be good for my guys, but it's going to be scary once we get all of our guys back.
Zach.
Your breaking the W celebration has already become very popular among fans on social media. When did that come to you? Did it come to you in the moment, and how did it feel to actually execute?
Yeah, it just came in the moment. I just seen the big W's all over everywhere, and I just knew that I had to get in that end zone so I could hit that celebration.
Tyson.
When it went through, the replay wasn't ruled in his favor, but what did you see on that Jeremiah catch? And just from a receiver's perspective, like how much talent goes into something like that?
One thing about, J-Mac, he puts in a lot of work on the Monarch, which is the jugs, if you don't know what that is, but he puts in a lot of work, just making those catches. So to me, it's not really a surprise when I see him do that because I see my almost cussed. I see that catch made by him, each and every day in practice, and then after practice he's getting hundreds and hundreds of catches on the machine. So I wish they would have gave it to him. I told him that's for sure a wallpaper picture, but like I said, it was just he stepped up in a big moment. Obviously, it didn't go in our favor, but we got faith that he's gonna do that 10 out of 10 times.
Jack.
Coach Lanning always talks about how this is the time when you guys want to be playing your best ball. With you guys now having your eyes set for the college football playoffs, do you feel like this is the top of where you guys should be, or do you guys think there's more to achieve from a team standpoint?
There's definitely more to achieve, and it's gonna be real scary once we get all of our guys back. And obviously, we got goals to go to the Big Ten, but that's probably not gonna happen. But once we get our guys back, I feel bad for whoever we got to play.
Eric.
You mentioned last week on the against USC, the punt return, you kind of blacked out, maybe took you a moment to kind of come to. I'm wondering when the significance of the play you made today kind of set in, and what were your emotions when you realized how big that play was, not just for this game, but for keeping the playoff hopes alive?
Just knowing that it was third down, and they had some momentum, and we stalled out the drive before, just telling my teammates we got to score, we got to score, we got to score. So, just thankful for the coaches just putting me in position to be able to go out there and do what I do. It's just thankful for that.
Last question goes to Aaron.
I know you guys would prefer to finish the drive with touchdowns, but can you give me your impressions of Atticus stepping out for you guys and picking you guys up?
He's the GOAT. We call him automatic. Even if we don't score, we know that he's going to do what he has to do. And, he stepped up big for us. Iowa, that was very big. But, just he puts in a lot of work throughout the weeks, and we know when he goes out there, he's going to do what he needs to do.
Thanks, Malik.
Thank y'all.
Congrats on the win.